Hello everyone, I'm Gordon from the Stories of Sodor. Now, to call 2020 a difficult year would be a dramatic understatement. However, some truly shining moments have been had, including the 75th anniversary of the Railway series. Were it not for the monumental efforts of the Reverend Wilbert Awdry, channels such as this might not exist, and we would be remiss if we didn't contribute to the celebration. I realise we're a little tardy in that regard, but since we recently cracked 40,000 subscribers, this is as good a time as any, and like I always say, better late than never. Wait, no I don't. How can I? But truth be told, in light of the abomination you're about to watch, I wish it were never than late. What started as a light-hearted adaptation of the sad story of Henry quickly devolved into a dumpster fire of coarse language, violence, and adult themes. Long-time viewers will know that's not exactly new to this channel, but for whatever reason our deluded creator has decided to go all in, so I must urge you all to not watch this video, which I completely wash my hands of. It is wholly unsuitable for anyone and everyone, especially children. Still here? Alright, don't say I didn't warn you. Henry the fuckwit. It was pouring rain on the island of Sodor. This pissed off the engines as it was difficult to work in such weather. Aside from the rails being slippery, parts of the line became flooded. As a result, trains had to be cancelled or delayed. This upset the passengers to no end. "You suck!" they shouted. "Oh, fuck off!" Jeffrey bellowed. One day, the rain fell harder than the stock exchange, making it a point of conversation in the shed. "Fuck me," Thomas began. "I haven't seen anything this wet since my girlfriend's twat." "We didn't need to know that, Thomas," James replied, revolted. "What's the matter, James?" Percy began. "Not getting any?" "I'm not so desperate I have to resort to OnlyFans." "How's yours coming along, Percy?" Henry asked. "It's rough. Simping ain't easy, but I'm building an audience." "Degenerate poof." "All right, you little shits, listen up," the Fat Controller began. "In light of many passenger complaints, I've decided to attach extra coaches to the Express to accommodate more people. Unfortunately, that makes it heavier than usual. So Henry, you'll have to take it." "Why me? Why not Gordon? Or James?" "Gordon was too much of a limp prick to stick around for the rest of this video, and James can't do it as he's about to get shot in the face for being homophobic." "James is about to get what in the face?" "Any last words?" "Yes. Fuck you, cancel culture!" "How'd they miss?" "Beats me. He was just glad they did. To celebrate, he popped off to visit Rosie so he could, quote, get a slice of that sweet American snatch." "Oi, square wheels, don't go hiding in the tunnel this time. Shut the fuck up and get in the coach. This is gonna be a long ride. You got any ganja?" "Sorry, Henry. Last week's orgy on the Little Western cleaned me out, and my supply's been a little slow in growing more." "That's not like Whiff. He's been a little occupied. For the past month he's been collecting scrap metal from all over the place." "What for?" "He says for Halloween. What that is, I have no fucking clue." "You're not the only one," Henry's driver exclaimed. "We have to go. Didn't you hear the guard blow his whistle?" "Yes, but the passengers are being real twats, so I figured I'll leave a little late." "How about you don't do that? How about you shut your cunt-licking hole before I tell the Fat Controller you've been banging his wife?" The passengers heard this vile exchange and began shouting at Henry to get the fuck on out of there. Reluctantly, he puffed out of the station and along the rain-sleeked rails. As feared, it was a miserable experience for the big green engine. The rain he could manage, the constant griping of the passengers, not so much. "Slow down," said one. "Speed up," said another. "Get this dog turd off my seat," another moaned. Henry was fast losing his patience and began thinking up ways to pay them out, all the while finding time to catcall Douglas. "Hey there, sexy. You go to hell. You go to hell and you die." It was then Henry was struck with the perfect act of revenge. He soon approached the tunnel. Stopping inside, his crew demanded an explanation. He told them to shut up and blackmailed them into helping him. His driver by threatening to expose his aforementioned affair, his fireman of the tryst he was having with Farmer McCall's chickens. Leaving the coaches behind, the passengers were very confused. All of a sudden, it got dark. Some climbed out of the coaches and discovered to their horror, both ends of the tunnel had been bricked up. Henry was very pleased with himself. Until Emily fucked it up. "Oh, you damn bitch!" Henry exclaimed. "Ugh, the physics engine of this game are fucking broken." In light of this, the passengers simply walked out of the tunnel and down the line to the next station, where a replacement service was offered to them. "Bus wanker!" Henry called. Back at the shed, the Fat Controller spoke severely to Henry. "The passengers were very upset," he began. "It's bad enough we had to give them their money back. They'll be suing us for everything we've got. Now I'll never be able to afford my own McDonald's. Like you need any more food, you fat fuck. You know, I was tempted to discipline you myself. I was even willing to listen to the voices in my head as they come up with some truly horrific ideas. Just ask my cheating slut of a wife. But instead, I'll let cancel culture do it for me. Here comes their suggestion." Henry looked to the sky in fear as the bomb hurtled towards the ground. This would normally be the part where someone shouts, "Oh, son of a," but in light of everything said today, I think that wouldn't mean much. Don't you?